This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
All right, we're hanging out here at NAMAD. I have Chris Dukes with Autosoft, Territory Sales Manager. So I'm hoping you like to talk. Most salespeople do, so we'll be good. First, I want to say, we got to say to all the people, I so appreciate the ability to garnish some of your power here. We didn't pay for the power. We're trying to pay it back with a little bit of content. That type of thing.
It's our pleasure.
Okay, first question. You're a DMS provider. Who owns the I'm just kidding. We're not going to go there. He's like,
No. It's okay. It's okay.
It's great.
People own their own data.
There you go. Exactly. I love perfect answer. Enough said. Done. No. Well, you said that you had a little bit of a story.
I do.
And I love to hear stories because stories humanize people, products, anything, brands. So, tell me your story. Just what part of your story that people should know about.
Okay. Well, I come from a very long line of automotive people.
Do you?
My
Okay.
grandfather was actually worked in a car dealership when way back in the day.
Wow.
My dad was a car dealer. He he had a car dealership in 1951. His name was R.L. Dukes.
Wow.
Oldsmobile, and R.L. Dukes, and we had a GM store. My brother's a car dealer. I was a car dealer, and now I've been in the automotive industry for 45 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've worked in every aspect of the car business.
Okay, so generational understanding of the ebbs and one of the interesting things that I've been talking to a lot of people that have this generational understanding of the industry about is the fact that right now, especially like as we're in this, coming out of pandemic, inventory shortage, bunch of different things happening in auto, electrification, digital revolution. There's just like all of these things that are coming in. And I think a lot of people, especially that are young in the business, been in the business maybe 5, 10, 15 years, are seeing this as like, this has never happened before. But when I talk to people, and I'd like to kind of get your perspective on this, that have been in the industry or have some generational legacy, it's just another wave of similar things that have happened in our industry. So how are you seeing dealers, industry partners, OEMs approach this new wave of change in similar or different ways than other waves of change have happened in our industry's past?
Yeah, well, I can tell you one of the things that's going on right now is a lot of uncertainty, I guess, and a lot of dealers don't know what to do many times. But what I have learned in my years of relating and communicating with car dealers is that they're very, very resilient.
Yeah.
And that's important, especially, and I think above any other types of businesses, car dealers are able to adapt. And so those who do are successful.
Yep.
Those who don't tend to kind of fall by the wayside. I can tell you this, you have to be ready to change. Things are changing, change. Doing things the same way over and over again, you know what that gets you. So, when I go into dealers and talk to them about their businesses, I talk to them about what I can do to help, number one. Not only what I can do to help, but how I can help them.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And so, they do have to adapt.
Well, and so when I think about like a DMS in particular, it's a core part of a business, right? Because
like a cash register.
Yeah, it's a cash register, but it's also a data source. Yeah. It's a large data source for not just a single dealership, but our industry.
Yep.
What's the revolution that has to happen in order for a core portion of our business to support some of the change that's happening? Yeah, you got to be open to
it's tough for me, but I take the time out to learn what's going on and I have 2 daughters. They run rings around me in the digital world, but we talk about it and I learn from them.
Yep.
I've always also said that the older generation needs the younger generation, and they need the
Vice
older
versa.
generation.
Absolutely. Well, because like the first thing that you said out of your mouth was, we need to learn.
Yep.
Right? And I think a lot of times the younger generation, the first thing out of their mouth is, we need to do.
Yeah.
And both have to happen. But if we do one without the other, then either we're sitting learning in perpetuity, or we're constantly doing and not learning from our mistakes or learning from history or anything like that. So I think that's a great perspective. Man, I really appreciate you coming on, sharing a little bit of your story and just your insight into how we should be approaching current day.
Well, I'm still, in the auto industry. I love what I do. Autosoft has been a great company for me. It's in the arena that I like to be in. Yeah. I can be in the dealership, but not have to actually work inside the dealership.
Right.
So, but I still love the car business. And they always said, people tell me, if you cut Chris's wrist, he's going to bleed motor oil.
I love it. Bleeding motor oil with Chris. That's a new podcast for you. There we go. You heard it here. We started it here first. Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.